Hey guys, good morning. I'm recording Sunday morning, so I will have it all posted for you guys tomorrow. But I just kind of wanted to go through the week's instructions again. So a couple things. I don't want to talk too much about it because we only just got word this past Thursday. The district has outlined a plan about grading for the year in the course. I'm waiting for the district to kind of give me clarification before I talk about it with you guys. I'm hoping they'll give us something kind of like a presentation we can give you. But just to be clear and let you guys know, you're going to have options, you're going to have choices, but it seems as though we definitely have an opportunity for those of you who are interested in trying to improve your grade and push it up higher that is definitely something that can happen during fourth quarter, and we'll kind of talk about that some more. All right, so um, virtual attendance, as per usual, I'll send out my Google form. Um, I haven't checked. I'll do it later today, but to see how many of you have responded to the College Board email, I think it's really important that you do that because they're going to send instructions. They're going to send the links, all the stuff they have to you guys about the test on May 15th to whatever email address you listed. So if you use a personal one or a school one, make sure you track this down. It is vitally important. And apparently, I'll be getting some instructions the next week and a half, and I'll obviously when I get them, I'll pass them to you. But of how exactly the formatting in terms of like what the program will look like when I get it, you'll get it. So please, if you haven't done so, I'm asking you again to be like the third or fourth time to do that. All right, let's talk about what we're doing this week. So last week was the last of the new material for us. We're moving into a straight review. We basically have almost 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, basically to prepare for your exam. Remember, May 15th is your exam. Make sure it's on your calendar. And so, what I've started to outline for you, what I provided to you, were basically essay topics that I think could potentially be um, for each time period 3, 4, and 5. So remember, your exam is going to come from either periods 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So next week, I'll give you 6 and 7. All right, so here's what I'm asking you to do. On Canvas, I can show you real quick what it looks like. Oh, well, actual Canvas. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll notice essay topic review. You'll see Unit 3, 4, and 5. I had made a video for 3, and that was before I decided to do live lecture, so I pulled it down. So what I'm asking you to do is if you were to open one of these up, I think I got one right here we can look at. No, that's not it. Let's just go ahead and open this one up right here so you can see what I'm talking about. Cool. So what you'll notice is, I'm gonna move my camera so I'm not so much in your way. Very cool. So you'll notice I gave you like a topic, big topic, right here. I gave you kind of a place to write down notes, and I'll update this one in a second and repost it. But what I'm gonna have over here are potential, what I think would be possible questions that they could ask you about, and then kind of bullet points for each. So what I'm asking you to do is for periods 3, 4, and 5, which is a lot of work. I understand it's not that simple. But if you go back and let's go back to Canvas here for a second. Oh, there's the one for period 4. And here's what I provided for you guys. You'll notice that I gave you a PowerPoint. And what you'll notice is you'll see a list of terms. There's the people, there's terms, there's events, all this stuff. And then you'll see the potential topics or questions over here. What I would like you to do before you come, we have live class on Thursday, is to go through these terms and make sure you know who these people are, what they did, what these terms are, what these events were. That way, when we get together on Thursday, we're not wasting time talking about this stuff. So how do you know what these things are? Well, hopefully you remember. If you don't remember, Quizlet, your notes, all those things. But I want to be clear here. Simply writing down the definition is probably not going to help you. What you want to do is you want to take the time to process it. So like Henry Clay, don't just write down senator from Kentucky from blah, blah, blah year to blah, blah, blah year, right? That doesn't necessarily help you, right? You need to know how does it relate to the topic being discussed here, which is the air of good feeling, right? What does he do? What does he contribute during this time period that would be significant? That's a little bit different, right? Again, that's maybe where your notes will come in more handy. All right, back to the instructions. So live class. So live class will be 10 a.m. on Thursday. That's a B day. That would be B day, second block class period. Again, if you have me A day or if you have me first block B day, I know that's not your time. I will record it this time to make sure you guys can get it. Hopefully you guys found it when it got posted on Canvas. It takes a little longer than I thought it would. So my hope is I will go over not the terms, but again, those essay topics. the more work you put in, the better off you will be. So basically, that's what we'll be doing on Thursday at 10 a.m. If you're starting to do the work, right, and you have questions, you need assistance, or you need help, or something you want me to talk to you guys about on Thursday, you'll get the Google form as well, where you'll basically be able to send me some questions. I'll make sure to work those in, make sure we get those answered, because I know that it's not quite the same when we do a virtual class as raising your hands, right? It's just not. So I want to give you an opportunity so that you can get the help instead of, if you're confused, sitting there kind of in silence. And then one last thing is like, so going forward, so here's the deal, right? So this week is going to be this stuff, right? Periods 3, 4, and 5. Next week will be 6 and 7. The week of the exam, what I would like to do with you guys is two live classes. And what we will do is we can do not maybe the full length DBQ, but just do the planning period and have a discussion about it. So it won't be as lengthy for you. But I have the ability through Canvas to do kind of breakout groups. And so what I really like us to do is kind of think about how to do one of these things in this new format. I mean, all the skills, all the expectations are essentially the same. It's just a little bit less work. And again, we can kind of talk a little bit more about this on Thursday. I'm also going to be sharing with you a really cool outline form that I think you guys should definitely use on the day of the test. All right. So I'm hoping you guys had a good weekend. I know that a bunch of you still owe me stuff from this past week because procrastination is a thing apparently still, despite all your time off. And I will see you on Thursday. But if you have any questions, please submit them to the Google form so that we can make sure to cover them on Thursday. Cool. See you guys later.